Welcome back to IceHogs Warm-Up. Joseph Zakshesky with you, joined alongside head coach Jeremy Colliton for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game as the IceHogs squaring off against the San Antonio Rampage here tonight. And coach, it's game number one, maybe 4-game road trip. I'd imagine that even though you had that brief stop at home on Saturday, it's back to that simple style of hockey now going through the Lone Star State.
Yeah, we got to make sure that we're sticking to our details and the habits that have given us success here. And I think looking back on last game, we didn't love our first two periods. I think weren't quite ready to play against a team that was desperate, and they kind of took it to us. I don't know. They just controlled more of the game than they should have. And credit to our guys, we found a way to win. We turned it up in the third, but we want to make sure that doesn't happen again. As far as our start, it's important we're ready to go from puck drop, and if we do that, then we'll be in a good position.
A good lesson learned for the Rockford IceHogs because, lo and behold, you're taking on a team that's in the very same situation. San Antonio towards the bottom of the Pacific Division, but still considered to be in the hunt for a postseason berth. I'd imagine that you'd take a lot of those lessons learned from that game in San Jose and apply them here tonight.
Yeah, they need the win, they need the points, so it's a good test for us. I mean, we're using these games, obviously we need the points ourselves, but also we want to prepare for hopefully playoff games. So to play a team that they're playing for their lives, I think that's good preparation for us, so we got to embrace that.
And I'd imagine that that's exactly what we were talking about with some of the players as well, is that you want to play these teams that are in the hunt because it keeps you not only physically sharp, but mentally sharp on the ice.
Yes, definitely.
And now your power play has been rolling along for the Rockford IceHogs, a large part due to your Player of the Week announced earlier this week in defenseman Adam Clendening. But it's not just him; it's a lot of key cogs on that man advantage. But with Adam included, I mean, what's worked so well for the IceHogs to be able to distance themselves from the pack?
Yeah, he's been good, and you need guys who are going to put the puck in the back of the net, and he's makes skill plays out there. And I think for a while now our power play's been going pretty good, and we're able to get goals at key times. And on a night like Saturday where we didn't have our best, our power play is able to keep us in it. Instead of being down 3-0, it's 3-1, and then we're still within striking distance. So we got to keep that going. But we really like the group we have, and hopefully they bring it again tonight.
And now focusing in on the San Antonio Rampage, you haven't seen this team since February. I know they've had a lot of roster changes. Obviously, so have the Rockford IceHogs. But what have you seen in their game here recently that's drawn attention to your eye? Yeah,
well, I think in their rink they're going to try and come out hard and be aggressive on the forecheck and try and get pucks behind our D. And we kind of want to do the same thing to them. It's one of those things. If we don't do it to them, they'll do it to us. So we'll certainly. We want to make plays and want to create off the rush and break out clean and all that stuff, but sometimes you just got to move it forward and get a chip and chip to speed and play on their half of the ice. So that's what we'll look to do.
Is there a specific emphasis placed on this game, or maybe a focus on this game, knowing that it's an opener of a 4-game road trip and knowing that magic numbers, wherever they may be, they're starting to whittle down, so you want to get things off on the right foot?
Not really. It's just this is the game in front of us, and that's what's most important. And once this is over, whatever the result is and whatever the performance is, we'll move on to the next one.
Jeremy, I appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Head coach Jeremy Colliton joining us for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game as the Rockford IceHogs and San Antonio Rampage wrap up their head-to-head season series here tonight. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.